There are a lot of great things to say and show about the Blue Palace Hotel in Elounda, Crete. So much so that I have about 10 minutes worth of photos and video to share with you. There's a lot of information to unpack because this resort is humongous and, in my opinion, very special. The Blue Palace is located on an eastern islet shore of Crete, directly across from the island of Spinalonga, which is famously a former leper colony and now a historic monument. It's located about 6 kilometers away from a well-sized marina and town square of Elounda, which is absolutely adorable and calm and full of great restaurants. This is my first year holding an American Express Platinum card, and one of the benefits is getting an automatic upgrade based upon availability for reservations at the Fine Hotel and Resort family of hotels. Blue Palace is part of this group, and so we were upgraded from a superior king room to a superior one-bedroom suite. We paid about $575 for 2 nights, but got a $200 credit, making this the best deal I could ever convey at less than $200 a night. And then you get a $100 food and beverage credit or spa credit and free breakfast, so it really comes out to closer to $150 a night. I am loving my American Express, and for frequent travelers, this really just gives you such a treat to be upgraded. Now back to the room, which was on the 3rd floor, but the room number was 522, and it was this gorgeous duplex that this video doesn't do justice to because we arrived after dark, so I wanted to shoot a little video before it became untidy. There are 2 bathrooms, 2 balconies, and an enormous king bed, 2 televisions, and a minibar. Short of a dining room, this place is larger than most apartments in New York. And considering the balconies were large enough to hold a dining table and chairs, I'd say it had everything you needed to live here for a substantial amount of time. We sadly only stayed 2 nights, for 36 hours to be exact, and this upgrade made the 36 hours fly by in absolute bliss. I want to give a special detail about the AC because our first night we didn't realize how to turn it on and kept adjusting the numbers to no avail and practically suffocated in the heat. Press the big button on the upper right corner to turn the AC on. The outdoor area is gorgeous with multiple swimming pools and sunbeds. Again, we arrived at night, so this video does little justice, but it does have a cool vibe with the DJ keeping the atmosphere sultry at this picturesque resort. If you are concerned about COVID testing, as of May 2022, they can call a doctor within 24 hours notice or even a little less to come and perform antigen or PCR tests so that you can return home for an incredibly affordable €10. We got our results within an hour and a half. The buffet breakfast was included and was okay. I think while they have a lot of items, their cooked food is not very flavorful or well prepared. Their sweets are fantastic and stand out amongst the other offerings, but if you want something savory that isn't eggs or smoked fish, you're probably out of luck. Their orange juice is fresh squeezed and coffee and espresso drinks are very good though. The amazing view and attentive service kind of makes you forget the mediocre but plentiful food offerings. The buffet breakfast, as well as the buffet dinner, is served upstairs of the reception and has a hostess to seat you indoors or outside, but I'm pretty sure that breakfast is included for everyone. This is the only restaurant within the property that allows seating without a reservation. Stick around for a thorough walkthrough of all the food offerings that they have for breakfast. This pastry table was my favorite by far. The sesame bars and this puff pastry that was fried and coated with honey were my favorite by far. I'd never tasted anything like this before Greece. Now onto the rest of the resort. I didn't even visit the gym or spa because I didn't have time, but I had to share this. There are multiple levels to this resort because it sits perched atop a hill, and you can therefore taxi it down the hill into town or take their funicular. Now, what hotel has their own funicular? If you take it one stop and then switch to an elevator, you'll find yourself on the road that will take you to a small village with coffee shops and restaurants just north of the Marina Placas. The restaurants serve local food with fish as their specialty, and even this secluded village has a lovely coffee shop and souvenir stores that are more authentic than anything we've seen in Santorini. I highly recommend this 6-minute walk into town to get some coffee, lunch, or dinner with the water view and get out of the resort. But I do recommend going to the town square in Elounda for €9 for better food and a longer seaside stroll. The bay that the restaurants are dotted along is nothing short of idyllic. Now 2 levels down, you'll find the Isola Beach Club with more pools and a beach area, attended again so that your every need is met within the resort. You really couldn't have a better home base if you wanted to stay in and enjoy within the resort or go out and mingle with others in either of the 2 towns nearby. If you ever find yourself wanting to visit Crete, you really can't go wrong staying at this gorgeous hotel with their kind and helpful staff. And the town is big enough that I do recommend at least 3 nights. Thanks for joining me on my latest journey. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you soon.